Let's start in the kitchen. Number one, your nonstick pan. Most nonstick coatings contain a group of industrial chemicals that researchers have nicknamed forever chemicals because they don't break down inside of your body over time. Once the pan starts scratching, which it does, those chemicals get into your food. The swap is cast iron, stainless steel, or a ceramic coated pan. I've been using cast iron for years and I love my ceramic coated pan because it's almost like nonstick. And you can get these on Amazon for under $30. Number two, your plastic cutting board. So once a plastic cutting board is scored up from regular use, and most of ours are well past that point, it sheds tiny plastic particles directly into your food every time you cut on it. Researchers have found those particles in human blood, and they're now studying what they do to your hormones once they're in your system. So swap to wood or bamboo. One purchase and you're done with that problem. Number three, your plastic spatulas and cooking utensils. When you stir hot food with plastic spatulas or cooking with a cooking spoon, the heat speeds up how much plastic sheds into whatever you're cooking. And a 2023 study found that just flipping food with a nylon spatula could release millions of tiny plastic particles into a single meal. The swap is wood, bamboo, or stainless steel, usually cheaper than plastic sets, and they last much longer. Number four, your plastic food storage containers. So BPA is the one most people have heard of, but even BPA-free plastics can contain similar chemicals your body responds to the same way, reading them like estrogen. The concern is higher with heat. So anything microwaved in plastic or stored while it's still hot, that actually speeds up how much gets into your food. And when your body is consistently getting signals that look like estrogen from outside sources, that can show up as heavy periods, intense PMS, and stubborn weight around your hips and midsection. Not saying that's definitely what's happening, but it's worth connecting the dots. I use Pyrex glass, microwave and oven safe, lasts forever, and costs about the same as plastic. Number five, your plastic water bottle. So if you're using a plastic reusable water bottle that gets tossed in a bag, maybe it's left in a hot car or run through the dishwasher repeatedly, it's breaking down and releasing those same chemicals into your water. And here's the irony. If you're trying to drink more water to support your hormones, but you're drinking from plastic, you could be working against yourself at the same time. We switched to stainless steel a long time ago, and we also added a water filter. Okay, number six, plastic wrap over warm or hot food. So covering a plate to reheat it, or maybe wrapping something right out of the oven in plastic wrap, the heat pulls chemicals from the plastic directly into the food. So the swap is just glass lids for everything hot. And you can use beeswax wraps for room temperature foods, for sandwiches, covering bowls in the refrigerator. And I've linked both of them in the description. Number seven is BPA lined canned goods. Most conventional canned goods are lined with a coating that contains BPA, and it leaches into the food inside, especially if it's something acidic like tomatoes. So look for cans that are marked BPA free, or shift to frozen, fresh, or glass jar alternatives. Eden's food is most widely available in the BPA-free can brand, and they're on Amazon. So number eight is microwave popcorn bags. The inside of most microwave popcorn bags is coated to keep the grease from soaking through, and it's using the same class of forever chemicals that we talked about with the non-stick pan. When the bag heats up, those chemicals get into the popcorn. The fix is simple. So a stovetop pan or maybe one of those air poppers, done with that problem for good. Okay, let's move to the laundry room. Number nine, laundry detergent with synthetic fragrance. Look at the ingredient list on most conventional detergents and you'll see the word fragrance. That's a legal catch-all that doesn't require brands to disclose what's actually inside the formula. I switched to fragrance-free, so there's Molly's Suds. doTERRA has a great brand that we use and order all the time. Branch Basics, I'll link all of those up. Okay, number 10 is fabric softener. Fabric softeners work by coating your clothes and bedding with a layer of chemicals that stays on the fabric and transfers to your skin for hours. So if you're waking up with a headache, can't sleep well, more mornings than not, what's on your sheets and pajamas through the night is worth ruling out. The swap is simple. You can use a half a cup of plain white vinegar in the rinse cycle, or just wool dryer balls. When you use the vinegar, your clothes actually don't smell like vinegar. Number 11, dryer sheets. So a published study analyzed the air coming out of dryer vents when people use scented laundry products, and they found 25 different airborne chemicals. And some of these were classified as hazardous. Dryer sheets also leave this waxy residue on your lint trap over time. So wool dryer balls do the exact same job with none of that. Add a few drops of an essential oil to the ball if you want to have a scent. Number 12, so scented laundry boosters. The little scent beads that you add before a load, the ones that keep clothes smelling strong for weeks, that staying power is chemically engineered to cling to fabric. And I can tell you from personal experience how strong these are. We had someone staying with us for a stretch of time who used them, and holy cow, all of us started getting headaches. You could smell it on him before he even walked into a room. When the dryer was running, you could smell it outside through the dryer vent. That's not fragrance. That's a heavy chemical load on your skin all day. And the fix is just not using them. A couple of drops of essential oil directly in the drum as if you want a little bit of scent, or put it on afterward. Number 13, plug-in air fresheners, spray air fresheners, and that furniture spray. So these are one of the biggest sources of hormone-disrupting chemicals in your indoor air because they're designed to continuously pump synthetic fragrance into your space all day long. That includes the spray you use on your couch, on your carpet, in your car. The swap I use is an essential oil diffuser, super simple, safe, easy. And for furniture, I have some really quick DIY, inexpensive formulas for you. I'll put them in the description. Number 14 are synthetic fragrance candles. Most conventional candles are paraffin wax with synthetic fragrance, but when they burn, they release chemicals into the air that interfere with your hormones. The swap is beeswax candles scented with essential oils. Beeswax actually cleans the air while it burns. It's the one candle type that's genuinely better than nothing. Or again, use the diffuser. Number 15, multi-surface cleaners with fragrance, again, on the label. Same issue as the laundry products. Fragrance on a cleaning label means you have no visibility into what's actually in that formula. These get sprayed on counters where you prep food and you're breathing in that mist. So if you've ever felt off after a heavy cleaning session, this is worth paying attention to. I love the cleaner that I have. I will link it up. It's a concentrated cleaner and it's so inexpensive. It costs way less than those chemicals. Number 16, antibacterial products with triclosan or quartz. If a product says it kills 99.9% of bacteria, it's likely using triclosan or quaternary ammonium compounds. Both have been linked in research to thyroid problems. And a struggling thyroid can look almost exactly like perimenopause. Same fatigue, same weight, same brain fog. A lot of women are dealing with both at the same time without realizing it. The FDA banned triclosan from hand soaps back in 2016, but it still shows up in other products. So plain soap removes bacteria just as effectively. I love the ones from doTERRA. Dr. Bonner's unscented cast-iron soap is sometimes what I'll use, and these are really affordable options. Now here's the room that I told you I was saving. Most people think of the bathroom as a clean space because it's where you clean yourself. But your bathroom counter is actually where a lot of the heaviest hormone-disrupting exposure happens, especially for women. Almost nobody connects it. Keep going because this is the part worth staying for. Number 17, your vinyl shower curtain. That plastic smell when you first hang a vinyl shower curtain, that's chemicals that are off-gassing from the plastic. And your shower is the worst environment for this because it's warm, humid, and your pores are open. If you ever feel a little headachy or spacey after a hot shower, that might be part of why. The swap is just a fabric liner, hemp, or PVC-free option. They're easy to find on Amazon and most cost less than $20. Number 18, body lotion with parabens. So parabens are preservatives that are used in most conventional skincare. They act like a counterfeit version of estrogen in your body. Researchers have found parabens in human breast tissue samples in a study published in a major medical journal, which is what put them on people's radar. So check your label for things ending in paraben. Pipette and Burt's Bees unscented fragrance-free lotions are both easy to find. Number 19 is shampoo and conditioner with synthetic fragrance and parabens. So same concerns as the lotion, but you're applying this to your scalp, which absorbs things into your bloodstream faster than almost anywhere on your body. If you've been noticing more hair coming out than usual, what you're putting on your scalp is something to look into. Look for products that are labeled paraben-free and fragrance-free or naturally scented with essential oils. I'll link up some of my favorites. Number 20, conventional perfume and body spray. This one is one of the bigger ones. Most synthetic fragrances in perfumes and body sprays are loaded with the same hormone-disrupting chemicals. You're spraying them directly on your skin, often on your thyroid, or breathing them in all day long. The Environmental Working Group has a free database called Skin Deep, where you can look up any product that you own right now and you can see what's in it. The swap is an essential oil-based fragrance or any clean brand that publicly discloses all of its ingredients. I actually have a video on how to make your own DIY perfume, and it's not expensive at all. Number 21 is conventional antiperspirants with aluminum. Aluminum-based compounds are what block your sweat glands in most antiperspirants. And that concern is that aluminum builds up in breast tissue and lymph tissue over time. So your armpits, they're right next to your breast tissue and your lymph nodes. If you've had any kind of breast health concerns or you just want to be proactive, this is a low-cost swap with a real rationale behind it. There's a lot of great brands out there. On Amazon, I have one that I love. Again, I will link up all my things below. Number 22 is conventional sunscreen with oxybenzone. So oxybenzone is in most conventional chemical sunscreens, and it acts like estrogen once it's in your body. The FDA has confirmed it gets absorbed right through your skin and into your bloodstream. So if you're applying it every day and your hormones feel off, this is a piece most people never think to even question. The swap is a mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide. It sits on top of your skin and physically creates a UV barrier instead of absorbing into your skin. EWG publishes a sunscreen guide every year with their top related options, and I will link that up. Number 23, conventional tampons and pads. So conventional menstrual products are often made from cotton treated with pesticides, and some are bleached in a process that can leave chemical residue. And these are products in contact with some of the most sensitive and absorbent tissue in your body. So over time, that adds up. Organic cotton tampons and pads are your swap. Rail is a brand that I've linked, and they're reasonably priced, and you can find them on Amazon. Okay, a few more things just around the home. Number 24, scented trash bags. Yes, even trash bags. The fragrance in scented trash bags comes from the same class of hormone-disrupting chemicals. See a pattern here? We've been talking about. Every time you pull out one from the box, you're releasing that into your kitchen air. Unscented bags do this exact same job, and they're typically the same price. And if you have a smell problem, I put a cotton ball and a drop of essential oils in the bottom of the trash. Number 25, thermal paper receipts. The coating on most paper receipts uses BPA as part of the printing process, and it can absorb through your fingertips. Research has found that people who handle a lot of receipts regularly, like cashiers, they have measurably higher levels of it in their bodies. The fix is just asking for a digital receipt, no receipt, declining that, zero cost. And number 26, conventional bug spray and home pesticides. Most conventional insect repellents and home pesticides contain chemicals classified as hormone disruptors. The EWG has a full guide on this, and I'll link that up. If you're dealing with bugs, look for the EWG verified options or essential oil-based repellents. I have some great recipes that I use. Witch hazel with lemon eucalyptus, cedarwood, and lavender essential oils works well on like those lighter options. That's 26. Here's how I actually did it. One product at a time. As things ran out, not all at once. The checklist for all 26 is in the description. It's organized by room so that you can work through it at your own pace. Now here's where most people stop. They remove the products, but they don't ask the next question. What was all of that actually doing to my body for years before I even knew better? And what do I do about the exposure that I've already had? That's the next video. And honestly, what I found in the research surprised me. It's right here. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now.